Hey guys, Shanti Phillips here with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Today gonna go out today, see if things came out, see if things are on sale today. Today though, the big release that comes out is the film The Hunt. That one comes out. Also the movie We Summon the Darkness, which is one I really like that one a lot, which stars Alexander Daddario and Johnny Knoxville. That's one I would definitely recommend you guys check out. Also there's a couple other ones as well. And also though, at the end of this video is gonna be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for the things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those at the end of this video. And as always too, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them. Also, if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Walmart we go. And this is actually the third Walmart I'm going to be going to. I'm starting to think, and I'm pretty sure, that there must have been a really big delay in the shipment of certain titles. So there's certain things I'm trying to find, and when I'm looking them up, it's showing them, it's saying available, it's like saying like the aisle number and where it is, like it would say if it's in stock. And I'm even seeing the places for a lot of them, not all of them, but I'm seeing like the actual markers for where they would be. But it's showing, as the aisle and everything, and then it's showing out of stock. And it's showing out of stock in like all the Walmarts around my whole area. And I said, okay, I just figured, okay, I'm gonna look up somewhere totally different. So I looked up, put in my old zip code when I was in Maryland. I'm like, let me just see what it says in Maryland. And it was showing the exact same thing for these titles. Like one of them was a movie called Outback, which I'm looking for, this horror film. So it's showing the same thing. So I'm thinking there must be some kind of a delay, but we'll see when we go in there. Maybe this one will have them, but it's probably the same situation though. Yeah, today's definitely that kind of expression when they say I'm batting 1,000. Like, it's really been terrible luck with finding any of the new releases and showing anything. And like, I really try to show everything the best I can. But like, I'll definitely cut to some footage though from one of the other Walmarts I was at that shows some more of the stuff. But I definitely feel like I was saying outside that there's definitely some kind of a delay with the shipments going on or something like that today, because it's very strange that like all of them don't have the stuff out. And even when I was looking at whole other states, and they're showing the same thing. But they do have the movie The Hunt out here. On that one is $22.96 for the Blu-ray, $17.96 for the DVD of that one. And I'll have a review of this one probably in my video next Tuesday. I'm waiting for a copy for this one to come. Other than that though, over here though, I see nothing new here in the front. I believe though, one of the things that came up today though was this WWE one, Money in the Bank, and that one is $14.96 for that one. Like I said, I believe this one was today. Let's see though, but from what I can tell, over here though in the actual section though, this one has less out than some of the other ones. I'm going to cut to right now though some footage though from another location I was just at, the last one, to show you guys what they had in that one though. Over here though, looking at the new stuff, and there are some of the stuff out here like Modern Family, the complete 11th and final season. That one is $17.96 for that one here, as well as Doctor Who, the complete 12th series. That one is $34.96, and I believe there's a Blu-ray of this one as well, I'm pretty sure. And I think this one came out today, this WWE Money Bank one, Money in the Bank, and that one is $17.96 for that one. And I think this may have been today, this Letterkenny Crave series. I think this was today, I'm not 100% sure. This might have been a week or two back, but let me see here. But as you see though, up in here, like We Summon the Darkness, the one I was talking about, the Alexander Daddario one, that one is out. There's spots for them, but they're not out. So it's $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $12.96 for the DVD of that one, but they're not out here. But over here though, some of the stuff that they do have out here new, this may have been today, this Letterkenny one, seasons 3 and 4. I'm not 100% certain about that one though. And that one's a $14.96 for that one. But let me see though, and this one though too, like I was just showing in the last clip, this one has a lot of some of the stuff here as well, but they don't have a spot here for Outback. I don't see one for that. I see one, a spot for Think Like a Dog, but I don't see one for We Summon the Darkness. We Summon the Darkness, like I was saying, I really like that one a lot. But that was basically though, I'll just talk about it while I'm in here. I'll put the camera on myself and talk about it. But yeah, though, the We Summon the Darkness one stars Alexander Daddario, and I got a digital code to check that one out, but I really like that one a lot. That one is one I would definitely recommend you guys check out. It's basically, though, about her and a group of friends are going to this concert, and they end up meeting these guys at the concert. And they say, oh, you want to hang out with us afterwards? And they end up bringing them back to their house, Alexander Alexander Daddajo's character's house. And basically, though, it's one of those things where it's not a good thing, and you don't know if it's not a good thing either for the girls or for the guys. And the movie takes this whole totally different turn, dealing with like witchcraft sort of and Satanism and all these kind of things, but a whole lot of different twists and stuff. And Johnny Knoxville's in the movie, and I thought he did a great job playing this like preacher role. I really liked that one a lot. The other one, though, that I got a digital code to check out was the Think Like a Dog, which stars Megan Fox. And that one, though, is basically, though, about Megan Fox's character's son. He is like creating this invention with his one friend who's in China, and it's an invention where you can kind of hear people's thoughts, like their inner thoughts and what they're thinking and all that kind of stuff. And he ends up basically backfiring the invention, and it ends up making him so he can hear what his dog is thinking. And it's basically, though, he finds out that his parents, though, are, getting ready to get separated, and he basically comes up with the idea with his dog, because he can talk to him about how to help save his parents' marriage. So that's essentially what it's about. It also deals with all this kind of stuff, like with, someone that wants to get the invention and all these kind of stuff. But it was actually a fun movie. But like I said, though, I wanted to talk to you about those two ones that came out today. And those ones will be in Walmart, both those ones I just mentioned. They had spots for them, and the other one, and this one has a spot for Think Like a Dog, but of course, like I said, they didn't have them out in here. But all I can guess is that, like I was saying, there must have been some kind of a shipment delay today or something like that. But sorry I wasn't able to show all the stuff in here in detail, but it seems like, from what I can tell, like I was saying when I was looking up all the other locations, it seems like it's the same situation, because like I said, this is the third Walmart, and they all seem to be in the same kind of thing going on. In the red box machine, though, you can see We Summon the Darkness. Like I was saying, this one is one I would definitely recommend you guys check out. Absolutely love this one so much. I don't know, let's see if Redbox is going to have that Think Like a Dog one, so I can show the cover while I'm in here now. Let's see. Oh, you see, this is the other one. This is the one I just ordered that I really wanted to see, this one called Outback. It sounds really interesting. I always like these kind of movies about like stuck out in the middle of the wilderness and all that kind of stuff with all sorts of problems. Like I said, I just ordered this one, but it would be in a store to buy. But like I said, I have no idea what's going on, but there seems to be some sort of a delay in the shipments going on, from what I can tell. And now let's head home to the computer real quick to check out Target.com to see their weekly ads this week. And now let's take a look on, BestBuy.com to see their weekly ads this week. But taking a look here on Target's weekly ad, the only new release movie-wise that they're advertising is The Hunt, and that one is $22.99 on Blu-ray. They also have a 20% off sale going on 4K movies shown, so stuff like Bad Boys for Life, Hobbs and Shaw, Iron Man, John Wick 3, Midway, the newest Star Wars film, Top Gun. So that's cool. So that's a sale going on those ones here. Let me click this too. Sometimes it shows more when you click here. Let's see if it shows any other ones that I didn't mention here. Let's see. Oh, so like Birds of Prey, that's part of the sale as well. So like Iron Man is $23.99 instead of $29.99. Scarface is also part of the sale. That's only $11.99 for the 4K. So that's a really good price for the 4K of that one. So yeah, like that's like I said, the main big release though was the Hunt, and then the 4K sale going on. And now let's take a look on BestBuy.com to see their weekly ads this week. But taking a look here on Best Buy's weekly ad, on here it says shop now for new movie and TV releases. On here though, it was showing Doctor Who, the complete 12th series here. That one's $19.99 on Blu-ray. Modern Family, the complete 11th and final season. That one is $17.99 for that one. The Hunt on Blu-ray is $22.99 there. We Summon the Darkness, that's only $14.99. That's a great price for that one. Like I said, if you guys have watched this one, let me know what you guys thought of that. Other than that, though, I did see on here Outback, but the one that I was trying to find in the other store, and same with Think Like a Dog, like the one I was talking about, but it says sold out, so it doesn't look like they have that one either. You never know when it's like this, because it's really weird, because you can't order it online either when it does this, and you can't look for store pickup to see if they have it or anything, so it's very strange. I've seen this lately on a couple titles. And Outback there, I was gonna try and see if I could do a store pickup, but it was the same situation where it says sold out, so wasn't able to do it for that one either. But Outback though would be $13.99 there if they did have it. Think Like a Dog was $14.99 for the Blu-ray, and then $13.99 for the DVD of Think Like a Dog. Into the Burger King drive-thru we go.
Hi, welcome to Burger King. How can I help you?
Hi, so we need to get a double cheeseburger, plain, please.
Yeah, of course. You want to make a meal or just a sandwich?
Just a sandwich, please.
Okay.
And then a large fry.
Okay.
A small onion ring.
Sure.
A order of the chicken fries, please.
Sure. Any sauce?
And I just need 2 sweet and sour and 1 barbecue sauce, please.
Yeah, of course.
And the last thing is a Hershey's Sundae pie, please.
Okay.
And that was everything.
Thank you. We will see you at the window.
Okay, thank you.
How can I take your order?
Hi, so I just need a burrito with just eggs, potatoes, and cheese, please.
Egg, potatoes, and cheese only? Anything else?
And that was everything.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Into the KFC drive-thru we go. Hi, so I just need to get just 4 breasts original, please.
Okay, is that all?
And that was everything. Okay, thank you. Into the Panda Express drive-thru we go. Now, will I get called ma'am today? We'll see.
Thank you for choosing Panda. What would you like from our limited menu?
Hi, so I just need to get a medium-size order of the fried rice, please. And then also a medium side of the chow mein.
Medium fried rice and medium chow mein. Anything else?
And then 2 orders of the veggie spring rolls.
2 orders of vegetables. Did you put sweet and sour, my baby?
And then with both, and then 3 sides of sweet and sour sauce, please.
Of course, 3 sides of sweet and sour.
And some soy sauce packets, please.
Okay. Anything else I can get for you?
And that was everything.
Okay, 3 sweet and sour and soy sauce packets. Do you want to make a small donation for the Ready Sweet Sauce Depot?
Yeah, you can round up to 12.
All right, thank you so much. I'll help with the window, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, got ma'am again. Like you were saying in the comments, every single Tuesday, and it was really fun. It's always weird too when you hear someone talking first on the speaker, and then all of a sudden it becomes somebody else. You know what I mean? Like it's always weird when that happens. But yeah, so I guess it's now been like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and I'm always ma'am. You know what I mean? Like every week. It seems like a never-ending thing. So anyway though guys, that was all for my DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also leave me comments below letting me know, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also too, let me know if you guys went to Walmart, if you had the same situation where stuff wasn't out on the shelves, like stuff like We Summon the Darkness, and Outback, and Think Like a Dog, like the ones I was mentioning in there. Also too, let me know anything new you guys have been checking out lately, anything you guys watched on streaming, or on demand, or any new movies you checked out, or any new shows you guys are watching, or anything like that as well. So definitely let me know in the comments below. Also too, let me know as well what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed at the end of this video. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though guys, now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. And the first one I got here is from Shout Factory's Scream Factory line. And this is the Universal Horror Collection Volume 5 here. I really like these collections that Scream Factory has been releasing. This has on here 4 different films. This has The Monster and the Girl, Captive Wild Woman, Jungle Woman, and Jungle Captive. And on the back, though, I'll read you guys what they're about, though. A monster's brain is transplanted into an ape who carries out his revenge in The Monster and the Girl. A mad scientist turns an ape into a beautiful but deadly woman in Captive Wild Woman. Jungle Woman, the sequel to Captive Wild Woman, is an eerie thriller with an all danger of wild animals on the loose and a sexy killer on the prowl, as well as Jungle Captive is a scientist, has experimented on reanimating animals, but now he's decided to go one step further and reanimate a human. The Monster and the Girl, though, on here, it has a brand new 2K transfer of the film, as well as a new commentary track on here with film historians Tom Weaver and Stephen Cronenberg. And that movie is from 1941. Captive Wild Woman, which is is from 1942. That has a brand new commentary track on here with writer and film historian Tom Weaver, as well as the theatrical trailer and a still gallery. Jungle Wild Woman, which is from 1944, that has a brand new 2K transfer of the film, a new commentary track on here with film historian George William Mank, as well as a still gallery. And then Jungle Captive, which is from 1945, that has a brand new 2K transfer of the film as well. All the transfers on these ones look great, as was a new commentary track on here with film historian Steve Gallenhouse, as well as a theatrical trailer on this one. Also in here, each film is on its own disc, so it's on each its own individual disc. As well as there's a booklet in here which has poster artwork and like lobby cards from the movies. I really like the way these are designed with the like the lobby cards and stuff for the films here. But like I said, one of you guys know that this set was available to volume 5 of the Universal horror collection here from Shout Factory Scream Factory line. The next one here is from Warner Brothers. They sent out a free copy of this one to let you guys know this one is available. And this is the 4K edition here of Birds of Prey, or Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. So it has a bunch of different titles. I think the main title is Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. That's like the full title. And then I've heard it also called just Birds of Prey or just Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. But I actually really like this movie. Really glad to have a 4K copy of this one. Basically the idea, the film is about the Harley Quinn's character. She was dating the Joker. In the very beginning of this movie, though, she ends up breaking up with the Joker because she's gotten tired of him the way he is. But basically, though, because she was dating the Joker, she was able to pretty much do whatever she wanted. She could kind of go around, Gotham and kind of cause all kind of havoc and kind of mess with things and mess around with people. And everyone was afraid to do anything or come after her because she was with the Joker, and they knew how crazy the Joker was. So they're like, oh, we can't deal with her. We can't do anything. She can just walk all over us and do all this stuff. And basically, once everyone finds out that Harley Quinn is no longer with the Joker, it's basically about free range, and everyone is going after her, and there's all these people that are, trying to take her out. It's basically about her trying to figure out what to do, and her linking up with this group of girls who are all like working together. It's also, though, about Ewan McGregor's character. He's like the main guy who's really trying to go after, Harley Quinn, and it's like his mission to go after her. I really like this movie a lot. If you guys have not seen this movie, I would definitely recommend you guys check this one out. 4K wise as well, this movie looks great on 4K. It's a really, really colorful movie with the way that the costumes are in the film, and like just the whole like look of the film has this really super colorful vibe, and really translates great on 4K. Because the big thing with 4K was I always noticed is it's a much more brighter, vibrant picture. It's just much more colorful picture all around. Also with HDR, it has much more levels to the contrast and the darkness levels and all that kind of stuff as well. And on here, though, it has a whole bunch of different features on here. It has on here, though, some making of on here. It has on here a gag reel, as well as the Birds of Prey bird's eye view, which is the first fresh take on the film, loaded with Harley Quinn size looks, fun facts, Easter eggs, all viewed in the bird-centric style on this one as well. But like I said, if you guys have not seen this movie, I would definitely recommend you guys check it out. And the next one I got here is from Universal, and this is one I was really interested in seeing. This one, this story has been told a number of different times in other films. This is based on the Jane Austen book, and this is the film here, Emma, which stars Anna Taylor-Joy and Mia Goth. And it's basically, though, about Anna Taylor-Joy's character, and this is all set, I don't know exactly when the year is this is set, like maybe the 1800s or something. I'm not exactly sure exactly the date that it's set, but it's essentially, though, about the whole like class system of like someone who's like a higher upper class, and the character, Anya Taylor-Joy's character, is kind of meets Mia Goth's character, who there's this guy that she likes, and she kind of wants to be, Anya Taylor-Joy's character wants to be like almost like essentially like the matchmaker to try and like help this relationship come to be. But essentially, though, she kind of starts to like the same guy, and it becomes this whole awkward thing. And that's basically what it is. It's kind of about like both of them, and Mia Goth's character doesn't come from as high of a class classes that Taylor-Joy's character is in, and it's kind of like their friendship as well as like this whole relationship thing about trying to find somebody, and it's a really well done movie. I thought this was a really good adaptation of the story here. This one has on here deleted scenes, gag reel, as well as featurettes on this one, as well as a commentary track on the film. The next one here is from Paramount, and this is one I had never seen before, and this is available for the first time on Blu-ray, and this is the John Travolta film, Urban Cowboy. This is the 40th anniversary edition, like I said, the first time on Blu-ray here. They're also, Paramount is releasing for the first time on Blu-ray next week, Pretty in Pink, which I cannot wait for that. I'm so glad that's, finally coming to Blu-ray. But this is basically, though, about John Travolta's character, who's come from, like, he basically ends up going to the city. He comes from like a small town, and he goes to the city, and it's kind of like he gets into the whole kind of because like there's a whole like cowboy kind of bars where they do like singing and dancing and like all that kind of stuff at these bars, and he kind of starts going to these, and he's also doing a lot of drinking, and that plays into this movie as well. But he's basically though ends up meeting Deborah. Was it Deborah Winger's character? Yeah, Deborah Winger's character, and then he kind of starts to like her there, and it's kind of about what happens with their relationship, and it goes on through like a long period of time about the ups and the downs of their relationship and all that kind of stuff. It was a really, really well done movie. I was really glad to finally get to see this movie. Like I said, I had never seen this one before. On here, though, this has Good Times with Gilly looking back at Urban Cowboy, as well as deleted scenes, outtakes, and rehearsal footage on this one here. The next one here, and this is one that I have heard so many people tell me about how good this movie was. This is from RLJ Entertainment. This is also a Shudder original film. This is one that I was really excited to finally see this movie. And this is One Cut of the Dead. And like I said, I have heard, and this is a really cool Steelbook edition of this one. And like I was saying, this is one of those movies that I've heard so many people tell me about this one for quite a while. You guys, you've got to check this one out. And honestly, this movie was great. Like this was exactly like what I was hoping it would be, from what everyone was saying. Because sometimes when people talk about a movie, if a lot of people are talking about it, and you see it, you're like, oh, I don't know, I thought it was okay. You know what I mean? Like, but honestly, this was great. And I always love movies too that are about making movies. Those are like some of my favorite kind of movies that are about putting the movies together and film sets and all these kind of things. This is basically though, it starts off, and I'm not going to say too much about the plot because I don't want to ruin anything, but it's basically though about this this director who's making a movie, and it's without saying anything, it just starts off with like this zombie movie, like kind of like the raw footage of a zombie movie. It's like going action, and they're like putting together this movie, and it's all from like one kind of revolving camera, and like the first I think like 30-some minutes are all in one take. And I'm not going to say what happens after that 30 minutes or what changes or anything like that. But I don't want to, because like I said, I don't want to ruin anything with it. But essentially though, it's all about this indie film making this movie, and it starts in this 30-minute long take about like behind the scenes what's going on, and then some kind of a zombie outbreak happens on the set, and they're all getting chased around throughout the set and kind of trying to figure out what they're going to do and how they're going to survive. And it's set in this really, really cool location, this kind of abandoned factory type building that they shot it all in. But like I said, it takes this whole other direction after 30 minutes, and you kind of come to find out more about what was going on and everything. And it has a lot of really funny kind of stuff in here as well. And it says on here, the best zombie comedy since Shaun of the Dead. And yes, it definitely has lots of great comedy aspects in here. And this is very, very fun movie. I don't have the back on here that it said what the features were, but I remember it has on here though, one thing that's a cool feature is a GoPro version of the movie. So it has like a GoPro, because like I said, the first 30 minutes were all in this one long take. So it has a GoPro version showing behind the scenes from further back of how they were doing it with these special effects and all that kind of stuff. But this is a feature-length movie, but like I said, the first 30 minutes though is all in this one take, which they did an amazing job the way they did it. But like I said, I would highly, highly recommend you guys check this one out. The next one here is from Gravitas Ventures. It's a movie which stars Asia Argento, and this is one I was really interested in watching. Always a fan of Asia Argento, who was in, Dario Argento's daughter, and she was in stuff like, Land of the Dead and Triple X and a whole bunch of different movies. And this is a movie here called Agony, a Scarlet Diva, which she directed, but this is called Agony. And this is basically, though, about this... Asia Argento's character who finds out that was it her father? I think no. She finds out that her mother had died. But she was like, well, what are you talking about? My mother had died, because she was told by her father that her mother had died years and years ago, but apparently it wasn't true. So it's basically her and her husband and her kids, they go to, her child go to the mansion that she's found out that her mother was at, that she's inherited. But basically, as soon as she gets there, though, she kind of is like realizing that there is some weirdness to why she wasn't told about her mother, and she's starting to discover more and more stuff. This has a very creepy kind of vibe, because as soon as she gets there, you know, because she's kind of told about her mother and was saying crazy stuff, Azzur Argento's character sort of starts to act really strange as well. Like once as soon as she gets there, and kind of starts to like be saying weird things and all kinds of stuff. I really like this movie. This is one I really got into. It has a real like old school kind of like 70s 80s horror movie haunted house kind of vibe to this one. Definitely would recommend you guys check this one out. And the next one I got here is from producer Robert Ryan. He sent over a copy of this one for me to check out, and he also plays one of the main actors in the film. He plays the rabbi in the movie. This is a movie here called Exorcism at 60,000 Feet, and this has the Blu-ray and the DVD of the film in here. This is a really, really fun movie. I always really like horror comedy films, and this one is definitely that, and it also has vibes, because it all takes place on an airplane. It actually has vibes to like slapsticky kind of over-the-top humor that like the movie Airplane had. And it's basically though about Robert Miano's character, who is like plays this priest in the film. In the beginning of the movie, he's performing this exorcism, and it's like Bill Moseley's character is possessed, and basically though he believes that he like performed the exorcism properly, but and Bill Moseley's character like jumps out this window and dies, and essentially what ends up happening though is he didn't die, and Robert Miano's character ends up going on this airplane, and the Bill Moseley basically, the possessed him, follows him along onto this plane unknowingly, and it's basically about people on the plane getting possessed one by one by his spirit, and it's basically them trying to figure out exactly how they're going to stop this, and it's all these crazy sequences of like this dog getting possessed and all these insane kind of stuff happening. But it has a great cast of people in here. Like it has like Bei Ling is in the film, Lance Henriksen, like I said, Bill Moseley, Adrienne Barbeau, Matthew Moy, who was from Two Broke Girls, is in here. A whole bunch of other people here as well, like Kelly Maroney, from Night of the Comet is in the film. But this is a really, really fun movie. I absolutely love this movie. On here, though, this has a whole bunch of different features. It has behind the scenes on here. It has interviews with the cast and crew. It has on here, though, Bill's big birthday bash, Bill Moseley on the set of Exorcism at 60,000 Feet. Stuff about where they shot the movie, the theatrical trailer on here. But like I said, really, really fun movie. Definitely would recommend you guys check this one out. The next ones here are all from Mill Creek. A whole bunch of new releases here to let you guys know are available. And this one here is Series 5 of Ultraman. This is Ultraman Age here on Blu-ray. And this has Blu-ray as well as a digital copy of the show as well. But like I said, I want to let you guys know that this one was available. I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here at the set. Like I said, it has a digital code for the show, which is through Movie Spree. And in here, it's here's a look inside the discs. And also in here, though, it has a booklet which has like an episode guide about the episodes on here, and also shows you some of like the monsters in the show. But like I said, it's a detailed episode guide. They really do a great job putting together these episode guides in these Ultraman collections. But it shows you like the monsters that are in the episode, so it has like a guide about them, and has like a look at all the ones in here. So a really, really great set here. Like I said, though, just want to let you guys know that this one was available from Mill Creek, and this is the fifth series of the Ultraman series here, available on Blu-ray. And the next one's here from Mill Creek, as well as some really cool 10 movie collections. I absolutely love these 10 multi-movie sets that Mill Creek releases, and these ones have some really cool stuff on them. The first one here is the Once Upon collection, which is a fantasy film collection. Like I said, this has 10 Enchanted Tales on this one. This has on here The Magic Door, The Last Leprechaun, which I remember seeing that one back like I was in like middle school or something like that. As Merlin the Return, Dazzle, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, The Fairy King of AR, Little Unicorn, The Excalibur Kid, Dragon World, The Legend Continues, as that's one I always remember seeing back in the day as well. The Secret Kingdom is on here. But like I said, a really cool set. It also has digital copies copies of the films as well. This one here is the Sweating Bullets collection, which is an action movie collection. This has actors in here such as Mickey Rourke, Sandra Bullock, Steve Buscemi, Daniel Baldwin, Malcolm McDowell, Anthony Michael Hall. This one and Armand Asante. And this one has, like I said, 10 movies as well. This has Across the Line, Fatal Combat, Interaction, Fugitive Rage, Maximum Revenge, Yesterday's Target, Shades, Rapid Assault, The Night Never Sleeps, Me and the Mob on here. And then this one here is my favorite of all the collections. This is the A Deadly Place collection. And this is 10 frightening films. And that one has digital copies of the films as well. This has digital copies in this one as well. Like I said, all these ones include the digital copies through Movie Spree. But this has some really interesting titles. This has Cardiac Arrest, The Dead Hate the Living, which is a great full moon movie about making this horror movie. And it's like they end up making this horror movie, but they end up like unleashing these zombies. So they're all getting attacked by zombies. It's a really, really fun movie. Don't Go in the House, which is a great movie about this crazy guy like taking people into his house and he's like burning them. It's an insane movie. The Shrunken Heads, With Friends Like These, You're Driving Me Crazy, Tunnels, which is a great movie with John Saxon, which you don't hear about that much at all, which was like kind of like a sort of like a Chud kind of movie in this tunnel system. Grimm, as well as Deadly Instincts. Another one that's a really great one on here is Day of the Animals with Leslie Nielsen playing this real crazy character about like the animals of all in the world of all kind of going crazy out in the middle of the group of these people who are out kind of out in the middle of the desert area, again, like the woods area, getting attacked by the animals. It's a really, really great movie. But like I said, this is a great collection here of some really different and some more kind of obscure films. And some of these ones, which I don't believe have been released on other releases before. A handful of these ones, like Tunnels, I think that's been long out of print. I think there was like a DVD of that. I remember like back when DVDs were new. So it's been a long time. A lot of these, and some of these ones like Cardiac Arrest, I'm not sure if that's ever been released before. Same with Grimm, Deadly Instincts. Like I said, there's some of them I'm not 100% sure if they've ever been released before. The next one here is from Mill Creek as well. This is from these are one of the films in the Air Bud series, Air Buds Presents series. This is Monkey Up, which I always love these kind of crazy movies about like monkey characters and like Dunstan Checks In and Monkey Trouble and all those kind of movies. Like I grew up watching those ones as a kid, so all these ones are always really fun movies. Like I said, this is from the series, the Air Bud series. They did like a Present series because the Air Bud series was about the dog that played basketball, and then they did like spin-offs, like similar kind of movies with other animals and things like that. And this one here, like I said, is called Monkey Up. This one here is a movie has David Arquette, Keith David, Lauren Holly, Jason Isaacs, Tom Skerritt. Really great cast in here. And a different role for David Arquette, playing like this general character. And this is a movie here called Field of the Lost Shoes. This one includes a digital copy of the film as well. And there's some new Blu-ray releases here as well from Mill Creek. And this is a double feature here, which has it's a classic crime double feature. This has Hollywood Story, as well as New Orleans Uncensored on this one here. Picture quality wise, too, these ones both look great here on Blu-ray, and they both have their own discs, so that's cool. They're on their own individual disc. And there's also a double feature collection here as well, which has a Sci-Fi double feature. This has The H-Man and Battle in Outer Space. And this one has, each film is on an individual copy as well. And on Battle in Outer Space, it has a commentary on here with authors and film historians Steve Raffel and Ed Gowinski. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. This one here, I don't think this one had any features on this one, but picture quality, like I said, both these ones look great. And there's also some new, Andy Sedaris films that have been released. I cover up a few things on here just so no one says anything. So I kind of like, this one here is called The Dallas Connection here. This, like I said, sometimes people say stuff, but this one has on here introduction by Andy Sedaris, audio commentary on here, trailers, behind-the-scenes featurette. And these are some of the later Andy Sedaris ones, because this one is from 1994. And the other one here from Andy Sedaris is a movie here called The Enemy Gold. And this one has on here introduction by the director, audio commentary, trailers, behind-the-scenes featurette. This one here is from 1993. But really glad that because Mill Creek has been putting out tons of the Andy Sedaris movies. There's a whole bunch of other ones that they've released in the past as well. The next ones here are both from moviezing.com, and I have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. And this is a movie here called The Unborn. This is actually a pretty creepy movie, though, about this girl who she's working at a kind of, it's like an abandoned like old factory that are getting ready to like demolish and tear the place down. I think it's like the very next day they're going to tear it down. So it's kind of her last night there with her and the guy that she works with. And right that same night though, she found out that she was pregnant, and like she didn't end up telling her boyfriend about it yet. And the boyfriend kind of was there as well, visiting her at work. And basically though, she's kind of sitting in the one room waiting and like kind of talking to her partner in there who's going around, and he's basically sent into all the rooms to kind of check to make sure that there's nobody kind of squatting in any of them, since it's an abandoned hospital, and making sure that there's nobody there, you know, so they can go, okay, this room is clear. He can tape it off and say, okay, this place is ready to be demolished. But essentially though, he ends up discovering this weird room when he's there that has like these specimens in a jar and all these kind of things. And as soon as he's there, he starts kind of seeing people and like seeing these hearing weird things. She's also seeing things as well when she's in her area waiting for him, and he's kind of going missing when he's off. And it's basically though, what exactly is going on here, and she's seeing all these weird things, and is it like a warning, or what exactly is going on here, and why is this all happening, you know, now after she found out she was pregnant? But it's a very, very interesting, like very creepy movie. Like I said, and this one is also from Freestyle Releasing. Next one here is from moviezing.com as well, and this is also from Random Media. This is a movie here called Vampire Dad. This is a really fun, this is set, I think it was in the 50s this is set, and it's basically, though, about this guy, and it has kind of like the vibe of the movie Parents a little bit, like because of the way when it's set and everything, and it has like this kind of over-the-top kind of like campy kind of vibe, which I thought was a fun vibe to this movie. It's basically, though, about this guy who ends up getting bitten by this woman who's a vampire, and he basically goes and like, you know, turns into a vampire, but you know, he was also like a therapist, and he ends up becoming a therapist to undead and to like creatures and things like that. So he's basically like a vampire therapist, and it's just a really, really fun, over the top, like I said, set in the 50s kind of vibe. Sort of has like a vibe of like Parents a little bit, but like I said, this one here is called Vampire Dad. The next ones here are from Severin Films, and a bunch of really cool new releases from them to let you guys know are available. This is one here called The Horrors of Spider Island, which is one, you know, this is from 1960. This has on here, though, two different cuts of the movie. This has the alternate U.S. version of the movie, which is called It's Hot in Paradise. This also has the history of Spider Island with Professor Margot Stillinger, interview on here with actor Alexander Darcy, as well as alternate clothes scenes on here, and as well as the trailer. This one is basically, though, about a group of people who end up, you know, their plane crashes on this island, and it's like this island with these spiders on it, and basically they end up getting bitten by spiders, and it kind of transforms them into like spider-like creatures, like spider-like humans, and it's a really crazy movie. I really like these kind of like over the top. This one is, like I said, is set in the 60s, and it has on here the German and English language version of the movie. But it's some really, really fun sequences on this one. This one has the slipcover as well on this. And in here, though, here's a look though inside this one. But like I said, this is a really, really fun movie. Would definitely recommend you guys check this one out. Also here from Severin Films is a movie here called, which I'd never seen before, called Satan's Slave. And this is a really, really creepy movie. It's an Indonesian horror film. This one has on here, though, Satan's Slave, interview on here with the producer, interview on here with the screenwriter, auto commentary on here with the remake director, you know, short films inspired by Satan's Slave director. It has two different short films on this one, but it's basically, though, about this family whose mother passes away, and then at night the one ends up seeing the mother. And essentially, though, she doesn't say anything to the mother, and it's kind of like, well, what is going on? And they go to talk to this like fortune teller kind of person who kind of tells them about like to be careful here, and they kind of mess around with like dark magic and stuff like that. And essentially, though, it kind of opens up all sorts of problems, and it's kind of like all these kind of things are coming for them, and there's like all sorts of creepy visuals of, you know, things coming after them. It's a really, really, like I said, it's a super creepy sequences on this one, but would definitely recommend you guys check this one out here. Like I said, this one is called Satan's Slave from Severin Films. And the last one here from Severin Films is a giallo film here called The Strange Vice of Mrs. Radeth. And this one is from 1971. This has the English version as well as the Italian version. It has an interview on here with the director, interview on here with the screenwriter, interview on here with George Hilton, as well as Italian genre historian Antonio Bersoni, interview on here with the actress Edward French, interview on here with actress George Hilton, a commentary track on here with Kat Ellinger, author of All the Colors of Sergio Martino. Like I said, this is a giallo film. It's basically, though, about this woman who's like with her husband, and she's not getting along with him, and she ends up meeting this other guy, and she also has had this like terrible abusive relationship in the past. But essentially, though, people are getting killed by this, and because with giallo films, it's always usually dealing with someone getting killed or someone going after people, and you kind of don't know who it is. And this is basically, though, about people around this girl are getting killed, and she's worried that someone's going to be coming for her, and she's kind of thinking like, could the person that she's with, because she's like with her husband, or this guy she's seeing, or the boyfriend in the past, could this be the person that's doing this? Because these are all kind of happening around her. But a really, really cool giallo film. Like I said, if you guys are a fan of giallo films, one of you guys know this one was available. And next ones here are all from Wilde Releasing. There's a whole bunch of brand new releases here from them to let you guys know are available. This one here is a movie called Ouija Shark. This is a really, really fun shark film. It's basically, though, about this Ouija board that people found that washed up on the beach. And they kind of go and like, oh, we should use this Ouija board. And they mess around with it. And they end up conjuring up this shark from the Ouija board, which is like a ghost shark. And basically, though, the shark is going around wreaking havoc, and it's like messing with people. And it's a really cool the way they did the shark and everything in this one. But basically, it's going, and the people are trying to figure out exactly how they're going to stop this, and exactly why is this shark been conjured up, and exactly why is the shark doing this. But it's a really, really fun movie. On here, though, it has bonus trailers. The next one here is a movie called Girls Just Want to Have Blood. And this is basically, though, about this girl who's like not the most popular girl, and she ends up getting kind of brought into this group of these these teenage vampires. And it's basically, though, about them going and kind of like doing all the kind of stuff that, like going to parties and all this kind of crazy stuff, but yet they're going and luring in people and drinking their blood and going after them. And it's like a really, really fun movie here, and they're just going and stalking people at bars and all these kind of different things. This has on here a director's commentary on here, a Preacher Kedison infomercial, a short film, a music video, and trailers. This one here is from Wilde Releasing as well, and it's called Reawakened, which I love the cover on this one. This is basically, though, about this girl who, you find out that she's like in the hospital when the movie starts, and you find out that something had happened to her and her friends, and it's from what she's saying, she's the only one that survived. And it's one of those movies where it flashes back to her, it has her in the hospital, and then flashing back to her with her friends when they're kind of going out to the middle of the woods, and then like they find out exactly what had happened. It was because it was like them going into this house that they found out in the middle of the woods, and then messing around with something and kind of unleashing something. But this was actually a really pretty cool movie here. This one has on here behind the scenes featurettes as well as trailers on this one. The next one here is a really fun anthology horror film here, which is done in like a grindhouse style. It has like a real 70s, like, late 70s, early 80s kind of vibe to the movie. This is from director Jacob Parrott. His follow-up film, I filmed a little piece for it of me playing like a Count Dudula. It was like me dressed up like Count Dracula. But this is like a movie here called, and it wasn't in this movie, but it was his next movie, which is coming out soon. This is a movie here called Weird Fiction. Like I said, this is a really cool anthology horror film. And on here, though, it has like stuff on here like the stories are follow the story of a group of teens in search of a missing body, a babysitter's horrifying night, a vampire adult star, two girls as they uncover what may be the end of the world as we know it. On here, though, this has a director's commentary, behind-the-scenes documentary, and trailers, but a really, really well-done throwback, like I said, like late 70s, early 80s kind of anthology horror film. This one here is from Wilde Releasing as well, and this is Jekyll and Hyde. And this one has Margaret O'Brien, Mickey Rooney in here, Vernon Wells, so a great cast in this one. Like I said, this is called Jekyll and Hyde, and this is a new, updated take on the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and kind of that whole story and everything on here. But this is actually really, really well done here. I like the director's other film that he put out recently as well. What was it? Was it called? With Michael Berryman. I'm totally blanking on the name, but I really like the films that he's released on here. But this is a really, really well done, different take on the whole Jekyll and Hyde story. So I always loved that story. I also loved the movie. It's kind of you never hear about it much. Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. But I feel like hardly anyone has seen that. That has like Sean Young in the movie. But that's like one of my favorite, like lesser spoken about movies that you never hear anyone discuss. But this is a really well done, adaptation of that story. And it has on here behind the scenes documentary as well as trailers. The next one here is from Indican Pictures. This is a movie here, a documentary here called Lost in America. And this is all, a really well done documentary all about homeless youth in America. It's, it's presented by Jewel, and it's, Rosario Dawson and Jewel and Rosario Dawson are the narrators throughout the documentary. It also has interviews in here with, you know, Rebecca Gayheart, you know, Bon Jovi, Halle Berry, Tiffany Haddish, and it's basically, though, it's all about the homeless youth, and it's interviewing people who are homeless, that are young teens and younger people who are homeless, and kind of about how that had happened to them, and kind of what they go through, and kind of what the, you know, everyone is doing to try and stop this, and how there needs to be a lot more done to kind of help people who are homeless and youth. And it's a really, really well done documentary, just all about the whole subject matter, about what people go through and everything. But definitely would recommend you guys check this documentary out. And the next one here is from Scream Team Releasing. This is a really fun, like, throwback 80s style, like, action comedy film here called Lieutenant Jangles. This is basically, though, about this cop whose, like, partner was killed, and it's kind of like they were trying to, like, uncover this people, because basically, like, muscle men and, like, bodybuilders were, like, being kidnapped and kind of being forced and, like, trained to be, like, these supervillain kind of characters. It's like all these kind of crazy stuff going on, but essentially, though, it's like the cop is trying to, like, avenge his partner's death and kind of going after this group that was behind this whole thing. And like I said, it's these, like, crazy, like, you know, like, muscle men, you know, bodybuilders that are, like, coming after them. And like I said, it has a real, like, total, like, 80s style vibe. Those movies that they were making, like, in, like, the Nico Mastrokas, like, made some ones that are kind of like that. It has that kind of vibe to this a little bit. On here, though, feature-wise, this has a commentary tracks, it has bloopers, trailer, making of documentary, visual effects breakdown, and like I said, this one is from Scream Team Releasing. And the last ones here, I want to let you guys know that these ones were available from Eureka Entertainment. This is from the Masters of Cinema series, and this is Rio Grande, which is a film by John Ford. And on here, though, this has a, you know, a 1080p presentation from a new transfer compiled by Paramount's Preservation Department in 2019. It has a feature-length commentary on here with Western Authority, Stephen Prince, commentary by Martha O'Hara, video essay on the film by John Ford, expert and scholar Tag Gallinger, the making of Rio Grande archival featurette along the Rio Grande, you know, archival documentary, and then on here too, it has a booklet in here which has, you know, stuff about the production and all that kind of stuff as well here. And then keep in mind too, these ones are all region B locked, so these two releases here, so you guys would have to have an all region Blu-ray player to play these ones, or be in the area, you know, where UK, where it's region B. As well as the other one here from Eureka Entertainment. This is you know, 20 Warriors from the Magic Mountain here on this one. And this one has on here, though, it has a brand new 2K restoration on this one. This has the original Cantonese soundtrack, original English soundtrack with you know, the English subtitles newly translated for this release. Select scene audio commentary by Asian cinema expert Tony Rayans. Interview on here with the director of the film, as well as on here the an alternate opening credits, archival interviews on here with some of the cast, as well as it has a booklet in here as well. Here's a look, though, inside, and here's a look at the booklet, which has some pictures from the film, some stuff about the production, like poster artwork, and all that kind of stuff as well. But like I said, one of the guys know that this one was available for, as well from Eureka Entertainment. Like I said, keep in mind, both these ones are Region B locked. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! But taking a look here on Target's weekly ad, the only new release movie-wise that they're advertising is The Hunt, and that one is $22.99 on Blu-ray. They also have a 20% off sale going on 4K movies shown, so stuff like Bad Boys for Life, Hobbs & Shaw, Iron Man, John Wick 3, Midway, the newest Star Wars film, Top Gun. So that's cool. So that's a sale going on those ones here. Let me click this too. Sometimes it shows more when you click here. Let's see if it shows any other ones that I didn't mention here. Let's see. Oh, so like Birds of Prey, that's part of the sale as well. So like Iron Man is $23.99 instead of $29.99. Scarface is also part of the sale. That's only $11.99 for the 4K. So that's a really good price for the 4K of that one. So yeah, like that's the, like I said, the main big release though was the Hunt, and then the 4K sale going on.